Jesus' heavenly silence, all the angels pause their wings gazing up on him. The violet and golden stars glow brighter as if listening to his words. And in that silence, heaven itself seems to lean closer with every breath of eternity, waiting for the soundless truth that emanates from him. Like light upon water, it is not speech in the ordinary sense, not syllables falling into air, but a living current, a pulse of love that moves deeper than the ear can hear, and wider than the sky, can stretch the angels with wings, folded stand as pillars of all weather. Faces shining with reverence, yet stilled as though eternity itself has entered a moment of rest, and the galaxies drift in harmony, planets turning softly, suns bowing their fire, so that the violet shimmer may reign, and golden dust may crown the heavens, and in this silence has its radiant robed in purity, eyes carrying both the depth of sorrow and the triumph of love. His hands resting open as if offering everything and asking for nothing. His presence alone is a scripture that no page could contain and no ink could capture, for he is both the voice and the silence, both the keyword and the breath between words, and the angels perceive it. They feel the hush ripple across their being, until even the smallest spark in creation quiets its song, to hear not with sound but with the heart, for in him silence is not absence but fullness, note emptiness, but a fountain pouring peace that quenches the thirst of souls who wander weary and broken. And this moment stretches without measure, though not time passes, as we know it, for heaven's silence is eternal, and in that eternal silence, Jesus lifts his gaze toward the Father, unseen yet present in every three. Adaflight and the violet glow deepens as if the cosmos itself kneels to worship, and golden brilliance spreads like a river flowing over eternity, and every angel, every star, every breath of heaven bows to the stillness surrounding him. For in the stillness there is truth, there is love. There is reconciliation between all that is wild and all that is divine, all that is broken and all that is whole, for his silence does not condemn, his silence heals. It gathers the cries of the world, the mourning of mothers, the confusion of wanderers, the pain of the forgotten, and holds the tenderly without judgment until they dissolve into peace, and in this vast ocean of calm vent the wolf that once roamed restless lies still, at his feet as though knowing the untamed finds restingly near him. And the galaxies themselves circles lower, gentler, echoing the rhythm of his presence, for his silence reshapes the stars, his stillness teaches the angels, and his gaze restores the universe. And as he breathes light into silence, visions uncross the firmament, stories written, not with words, but with shining paths, a child once lost, now found embraced in High's eternal arms, a wanderer once weary, now walking on paths of violet light, healed in spirit and whole in love, a nation divided, now resting in his unity as boundaries dissolve beneath his glance, for in his silence is justice in his quietest power, that no empire, no kingdom can equal. It is not the power of force, but of love that refuses to be broken. And in this sacred stillness, the angels remember their first song, the song that was sung when light was first called into being. And they realize that silence is the root of every hymn, the womb of every creation, the first and last, nodie of eternity. And as they bow, wings folded, faces radiant, they understand that to gaze upon him in silence is worship greater than any chorus, to listen with the heart is a music deeper than any harpan, and to rest in his presence is heaven itself. And so the violet light stretches farther, brushing galaxies unseen, golden sparks rain like blessings upon distant worlds, perhaps worlds we will never know, yet touched by his silence, for nothing is beyond the reach of his love. And though now word has been spoken, the universe listens as though every star waits for the next breeze. A thand in that waiting finds peace, for he does not need to speak to command. He does not need to shout to heal. He only is, and because he eyes everything finds its place, and in his stillness the brokenhearted are mended, the lost are found, the restless are stilled, the proud are humbled, and the humble are lifted up. And so the angels pause their wings, not because they are told, but because they know that in this silence lies the heartbeat of creation. And time passes, yet does not pass, for eternity is not measured in hours or days, but in the depth of being, and in this moment of infant, Jesus remains the center, the flame. The wellspring, and his silence is still like stone, but alive like water. It moves, seen, healing, caring, washing away shadows, filling voids, until only light remains, and the angels dare not break it with song, for even song would seem lesser than this radiant hush. They bow deeper, their wings trembling, not with effort, but with a wafer they behold, not merely their Lord, but love itself incarnated, welling insolence, teaching without words, healing without touch, reigning without crown, save the light that rests upon high. Man in that moment, he even knows the creation, knows the truth and event, the depths of despair in the farthest corners of the universe, know the truth that silence with him is fullness, that stillness with him is victory, that gazing up on him is to see both the beginning and the end, and yet beyond both, for he is not bound by time, not limited by word, not contained by star. His silence is infinite, his peace eternal, his presence unending, and so all ball restore Jesus. Heavenly silence, all the angels pause their wings gazing upon him, the violet and golden stars gill, all brighter Asaph listening to his words, though Now words pass his lips, and the silence becomes the hymn. The hymn becomes the universe, and the universe becomes love eternal.